Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like the Dapper Dawn, giving them all dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh, yeah. Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey, listen, Steve Harvey, why don't you join me? Steve Harvey, get them on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Won't you join in with me? Come with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on, yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Know y'all can get it on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Turn them up, got to turn them Steve Harvey got to turn them out, got to turn them up. Steve Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on, do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You're listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey got a radio show. Okay. Here's what I want to share with you. Stop complaining. So I had to you see how I let that one sit for a second? Stop complaining. Do you realize, without us even thinking about it oftentimes, we just complain about stuff? And it comes up in such subtle forms. Man, I don't know why they still letting that lady work there, man. If they don't fire this woman, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. She driving me crazy. She always got something to say. I bet today, though, the way I'm feeling right now, I bet she better not say nothing to me today. Yeah, because today I'm sick of her running her mouth. Last time she said something to me, I should have said something to her. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you a small example of how it starts to snowball once you start to complain. It just carries over into so many things, man. Stop complaining about your car. Stop complaining about your bus pass. Stop complaining about your kids can't seem to get it together. Stop complaining about your man can't seem to get it together. Stop complaining. Stop. Have you noticed, I'm just asking, have you noticed that in all of your complaining, it has provided not one solution? The reason I'm telling you to stop complaining, because God is able, because God is capable. He is capable and able of fixing anything, capable and able of curing anything, capable and able of allowing you to get to adjusting to things, and capable and able to strengthen you to get through and change anything. But the key here is God is capable and God is able. A lot of times I find myself complaining because I have not used my greatest asset, And that's my relationship with God. You all have one. Now, you may not have nurtured it, but you have one because God created you as his child. He's available to you. Now, the fact that you ain't went to him, okay, once again, who fault is that? Stop complaining. Until you strengthen your relationship with God and formulate this relationship, you don't have enough weapons. You ain't got a big enough shield to fight this thing called life. It just keeps coming, man. And unless you develop a relationship with God, you need a partner in all of this. Maybe you got another route you're going to take. But every successful person I know personally has a relationship with God. I have some really some people that's kind of up there in the success term in terms of business and money and statute. I'm just talking about that portion of success. And then I have a lot of people who are very successful in their spiritual life, who have become great men of God and women of God. But I look at all of them, and all of them have substantial amounts of, possessions and things like that also. Most successful people I know have that. Even if you saw them never with a big lot of house and a lot of money or stuff like that, they had so much respect, so much love, so much power was given them from people that their life was rich in that area. Like a Martin Luther King or something like that, or a Gandhi, or somebody who lived their life in service, or a Nelson Mandela who came out and just, people put stuff at their feet because of their service. So all successful people I know have that. Every last one of these people that I know, they have a relationship with God. They used the tool that was available to them to give them the strength, the bullets, the arrows, the slings, the shield to fight this thing called life, and have the most valuable partner right there by their side, their Heavenly Father, God, because he will help you get through this thing called life, man. Stop complaining all the time. It's not fixing anything. Why don't you do yourself a favor and strengthen your relationship with God? Man, why can I never get over? Well, you have not because you ask not. Man, how come I always got problems? Well, you keep trying to solve them yourself and taking them to your friends. You keep trying to do them with your own thought process. Who are you? I keep telling you, man. You're going through stuff you ain't got no business going through. And if it's you going through something over and over and over and over, and the same problem keep coming back to bite you again, all that's saying is you still ain't strengthened your relationship with God. It's your relationship. He's not going to make you have one with him. He is a perfect gentleman. He only comes into your life when you invite him in. But for those who do invite him in, they have a distinct advantage on their road to success. A distinct advantage. You can do it without him. Trust me, you can. How far you get, I can't promise you nothing. How well you handle it when you arrive there, I can't promise you nothing. How long you gonna stay there, I can't promise you nothing. How difficult it's going to be without him, I can't give you that. It's going to be far more difficult. But something can happen and you receive a measure of success and you think it's you and it's this move you made, and you can describe it as I got lucky. I happened to be in the right place at the right time. I got lucky. Lucky is usually how other people describe other people's success. Boy, he was lucky. He was right there. Well, let me tell you what luck is. Luck is when hard work bumps up into opportunity. If you've been working hard at something and the opportunity presents itself, that comes a match. That's not luck. But now, if you haven't done that on a repetitive enough basis, that opportunity could present itself one time. You got to reconnect. Stop complaining, man. Come on, listen to me. Stop complaining. It hasn't fixed a single thing in your life. And if you're a chronic complainer, it's because you really, really have not fixed your relationship with God. He'll smooth it out for you. That I can tell you for a fact. I know that for a fact. He smoothed mine out. All right, let's go.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, everybody, it's yours truly, James and Brown, for the Steve Harvey Morning Show about to come on right now, and I am so proud of you. You made it through Monday, you made it through Tuesday, and look at you all up in a hump day. Put your hands together for Shirley Strawberry. What's up, Shirley?
Hump day. Put the hump in your back. Good morning, Jay. Morning, everyone.
Good morning, baby. It's hump day. It's hump day. It's hump day, calling for real. Hump day, baby.
That's right, Jay. I need to turn my mic on this
Yeah.
hump day. Because I was doing the Humpty Dance.
Okay.
Where all the humping people at? Where they at? My next humper on the show is Junior. What up, humper?
Humping. That's what I'm doing. I'm humping around. Morning, everybody.
He is the king of pranks and a humper himself. Y'all give it up for Tommy.
Stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you used to.
Hey, that was a jam.
I'm making
That was
money,
the jam. That was the jam.
That was.
Yeah. You sound like Shock G.
He did for
That was a
real,
great song,
didn't he?
man. And nobody knew Tupac was in that group, man.
Tupac, go ahead and rock.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody.
You could tell when Pac rap, he wasn't gonna be there long.
Yeah. When you see the video, you look at Tupac and say, he ain't gonna be there.
He not wearing none of that stuff they was wearing.
He was the Diana
not
Ross
wearing
of
that
group.
nose.
Yeah.
I ain't putting these wigs on, and I ain't wearing no clothes. I'm gonna be out here shirtless.
With a bandana on.
With a bandana on.
Yeah. I'm gonna be leaving.
Next time y'all see me, I'll be shirtless, okay? How about that?
How you feeling today, Jay? You sound
I'm
good.
feeling so good today. Yesterday, I felt really bad, but, when the mic come on, it's time to go to work.
Really?
I felt really bad.
I couldn't
We
tell.
didn't tell it
I
all.
didn't tell none of that.
Yeah, this is my job, and this is my job, because, see, I know y'all. I know y'all. I know how y'all are. I know who y'all got in the glass, and y'all break the glass. You got Earthquake and Cheryl Underwood in a glass, and you break the glass, and then they'll be here. So I'm
You gonna keep your job.
yeah,
Security.
I know how you do. And then you can put Cheryl or Earthquake here, and nobody would know the difference, because all three of us look alike.
Oh, you're not going to do it.
You're not going to do our girl like that.
You're not going to do it.
You ain't got to do Cheryl like that. She'll tell you.
Yeah, well,
Cheryl
let her
knows-
do it.
See, that's the thing I like about Cheryl. Cheryl will do a joke about Cheryl before you do a joke,
Yeah.
and do a better joke than
Yeah.
you. Right?
She'll
She
beat
will.
you to it.
You can't hurt
Cheryl
him.
said she beat out Nino Brown for
New Jack.
she beat Wesley Snipes out of Nino Brown, and they went on and gave it to Wesley.
But I'm feeling good because last night I had my farewell party at the J-Spot Club. All my
Okay.
comics came out, man. They dogged me out, but we had a good time. And what I did with this chemo, I'm going to keep it closed up till I can handle this, because I'm trying to deal with both of them.
So it was like a little roast, Jay? Kind of like?
It's beyond a roast. They went in
Oh,
deep,
they
man.
burnt your ass.
Beyond the road.
But, Jay, now, you said farewell. There's farewell to the club. You're
Farewell
closing
to the club. I'm gonna deal with
temporarily.
I'm gonna deal with the chemo, Carla, and then I'll see where I'm at for a while. But right now, I got to deal with the chemo.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, you're strong.
Yeah.
You could have had a chemo club, though. You know?
Are you for real right now? Did that really come out of your mouth?
Yes, yes.
All right, we got a great show lined up for you today. Coming up at 32 after the hour, we're going to talk about what couples' longest running arguments have been. That's going to be Inside Something Funny, guys, so get ready for that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, so it's time for something funny now. No matter what it is you and your significant other argue about, there's a good chance the thing you're fighting about is something most long-term couples deal with. Now, this is according to Dr. Pepper Schwartz, who studies love. I like that. She studies love, she studies sexuality, and she studies commitment and works to help couples in long-term relationships. Yeah. So she's kind of an expert in that field. The longest running
Get to the argument.
I'm trying to. The longest running arguments are the ones with the most at stake, okay? They're the ones with no conclusion that keep coming up, and she says they are the most common fights couples have.
Here we go. Let me hear it.
Okay, here we go. Extended family drama.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's a
I
good
can see
one.
that.
Yeah, let
That's
me
a good
explain
one.
that. We get to choose our partner, but we're stuck with their family, okay? For better or worse. From the broke brother who always asks for money to the father-in-law who drinks too much. These family issues lead to fights because there's never an end to it.
I don't want your mama over here. That's all.
But she's my mama, and she can come over here anytime she get ready.
Go over there and see your mama.
This much my house as it is your damn house. If my mama want to come over here, it's my mama. You're not going to sit up there and talk about my damn mama now. You're not going to do that.
Put your mama on your side of the house.
Yeah, my mama can come all over this damn house. She can walk in your room, the back room, outside. That's my mama. You ain't going to talk to my mama.
What you going to talk to your mama in the garage if you want to talk to your mama?
That's one argument.
That's the one. Yeah,
that's one of them. That's one of them.
Woo, and that is never ending. All right, here's another one. Ongoing day-to-day frustrations. For instance, small but lingering frustrations over not doing the dishes. Or taking out the trash. They can lead to really big blow-ups.
Why I gotta wash the dishes? I'm in here buying all the groceries. Now I'm working. I'm buying the groceries. Now I gotta wash the damn dishes too? Really?
Well, you the one just ate off the dish.
It don't make no damn difference. I'm out here working. I'm tired. I don't feel like washing dishes.
You ain't too tired. You wasn't too tired to eat. You ought not be too tired to wash the damn dishes.
Look at me. I'm a contractor. I'm a building contractor. I am not a dishwasher. That's why I got you a dishwasher. Put the damn dishes in the dishwasher.
You know what, Raymond? It's going to be paper plates tomorrow. We're going to solve this issue.
I don't give a damn. There don't be no plates in here. I'll eat on the way here. How about that? I ain't got to have no plate.
I'm so glad you said it, Raymond.
You better clap and talk. You better.
That's another argument.
Okay, that's another one. All right, here we go. This is a big one right here. Drifting apart. You know, like when you feel your connection isn't as strong as it used to be, that could lead to resentment. It could lead to arguments.
Wait, here this, Jay. I know you ain't trying to kiss me in my mouth. Did you try to kiss me in my mouth?
But I can't
We don't do that no more.
I can't kiss you in the mouth.
We ain't kissing our mouth in 15 years. What is you kissing me in my mouth?
I can't kiss you in the mouth. Is that what you're saying now?
That was disgusting.
I can't kiss you in the mouth. I can't slip you some tongue. Is that what you're
saying? I wish you would.
You done changed. You done changed, girl.
I'm going to tell you right now. You put your tongue in my mouth, and I swear I want a divorce. Don't you do that.
Yeah.
We were working out just fine. A peck on the cheek and a peck on the forehead.
Can I pat you on the backside? How about that? No backside touching?
On her butt?
On the backside, I can't do that either.
Why would you be touching my behind?
Oh, Lord.
We ain't like that.
Oh, they're heading for divorce for sure.
That's another argument.
Yeah. Okay. Here's another big one. Conflicting parenting philosophies. So couples won't always agree about the right thing to do when it comes to their kids, and this can lead to long-standing fights, you know?
The boy need his ass beat, okay? He needs his ass beat.
Look, listen, the boy, what did he do? What did he do?
I'm sitting in there watching TV, and he changed the damn channel. I need you to go in there and beat his behind. Just wear him out.
Don't nobody beat a child for changing the channel. What is wrong with you?
If you let this go, you let other stuff go. Next thing you know, he'll be cussing you out. You let it start changing.
Let's start with this. You watch too much TV anyway.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
You don't even need to be. Why don't you go to bed and get ready for work in the morning?
Ooh, I know. Ooh.
He said, ooh, himself.
Ooh. I'm a grown-ass woman, and Ooh.
Tommy was the woman.
I
thought you were Raymond.
Well, he said he wanted him to go in there and beat the boy.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought he was the woman.
Yeah.
I'm the woman, Tommy.
Because we about to fight about who the man and who the woman.
Well, we so used to being the woman when
maybe that is an argument in people's house.
I'm always the woman then. That's easier. All right, I'm always the woman.
All right.
That's another argument.
Okay,
That's
jealousy.
All right, the party. We was at the party. I need to know. You need to tell me what was so funny. Because I like laughing, too. I love laughing.
What Jennifer said something. I mean, Jennifer cracked the joke.
Okay, and I know Jennifer. Jennifer ain't that damn funny. I've been around Jennifer all my life. But you were just, not only were you laughing, you had your head back laughing.
Just kick
you kick in, and you shoulder grabbing, laughing. So all I'm saying
shoulder shaking.
Yeah, shoulder shaking. All I need to know, and I can go to bed. tell me what the joke was. That's it. You tell me the Jennifer joke, and then I'm gonna see if I laugh down hard. I want to hear.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna wait for the punchline. Go ahead.
Wait for the punchline. Go ahead.
Jennifer was talking about. Jennifer was talking about somebody.
No. Get to the joke. Get to the joke. Get to the joke.
Get to the funny.
Get to the funny part.
She said knock knock, and I said who's there?
Whoa. I've been knowing this girl for almost 30 years. Me and her went to school together. She ain't never told me a knock joke. Knock joke. What I needed to do, I almost came over there and knock your ass upside your head. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, that's what I should have did. I should have come over there and knock both of y'all out.
And that was another argument. Okay. All right, the last one. We don't have a little bit of time. Financial stress. That's huge.
Go ahead, Tommy.
Yeah.
You take it.
So you want to tell me exactly where $1,500 went? Can you explain that to me?
I don't know where. I don't know. I couldn't.
Well, you got 4 new bags of shoes in there.
Yeah, but I don't really look at it. I just charge.
Yeah.
I just swipe.
All right, we gotta go. Well, I don't like this argument. You, Carla.
Now we gotta go. Now we gotta go.
All right, look, coming up next, Nephew with Run That Prank Back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, entertainment news, some really sad news to report, too. Famed author Toni Morrison has passed away. That's a big loss right there. In other entertainment news, Tyrese throws shade at The Rock. Again? Yeah.
Tyrese, let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go, Ty.
Let it go with your candid asses.
Let it go.
Just let it go.
But right now, it is time for the Nephew with Run That Prank Back. What you got for us, Neff?
Church.
Here we go.
Parking lot. Church.
Holler.
Parking lot. Say it with me. Church.
No, you got it.
Parking lot. All right? When you pull your car in the parking lot. Come on.
Hello, this is Brendan.
Brendan. Hey, I'm trying to reach you.
How you doing?
How you doing? Brendan, I want to make sure I got the right person. You the person that you work at the first of all, I go to
what's your name again?
My name Calvin, brother Calvin. But I go to St. Missionary Baptist Church where you.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So everything all right?
Everything's fine. Well, I got a little issue, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. Now, you work in the before service start. You work in the parking lot and showing.
I do the attendant. Yeah.
Yeah, and you tell people where to park and stuff, right?
Right. Would you looking for some employment? You wanna join us?
Nah. See, the issue I got, man, I've been dealing with this probably about the last 2 months now.
What's wrong, brother?
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to tell you. So the problem is when I come to the church, last couple of months, man, I've been like my regular car done broke down on me. So I got an old van that I've been.
Sorry to hear about that.
Yeah. I got an old van that I've been using to get around in. So now for the last 2 months I've been riding in it. When I come into the church, and I find out who you were, but you keep sending me to the back of the parking lot, and then I noticed. Nah, bro, not on the real. So you sending me to the back, and I'm noticing when I see cars that's like 2010, 2015 cars.
Well, brother. Well, listen. We don't have no set place where we put model car. I just direct the traffic, brother.
Okay, so you trying to tell me for the last 2 months you just direct traffic, but you directed me to the back every time. But a car behind me or a car in front of me, it'll be going to the front.
Nah, where are you getting this information from?
I didn't seen you, man, send people to the front to park. I didn't seen you do it.
No, I just put the bigger vehicles in the back, and certain it's really no schedule. If you come in, I just direct you to the right or the left. It's really nothing to it, really.
So you're not trying to say so my van being raggedy ain't the reason why I'm being.
No, bro, no. That's not what we're about. Nah.
Okay.
I'm sorry you feel that way. So I guess this Sunday.
I'm gonna tell you about this Sunday.
I can make sure.
No. Let me tell you right now. when my van pull up there Sunday, I'm gonna tell you
brother,
right now, if I get sent to the back, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be a problem if I get sent to the back.
Whoa. You don't have to cuss, brother. Just calm down. It's not that serious.
No, it is that serious. Cause I already know. I know I got a ragged ass van. I know that. But see, that's the reason why I'm getting sent to the back, and I know it because the car I had before, y'all was sending me up front. So I already know. I'm just saying. I'm telling you right now, Brendan. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be a problem if I get sent to the back.
Brother, you just singled me out,
no.
Or did you?
No, I didn't single you out. You are the person that has been sending me to the back, dude.
No, I haven't.
Hey man, why are you sending?
Why are you accusing me of something?
I ain't got because I didn't seen it.
No, you are. You're calling me. You're calling me out of the blue, and you're accusing me of something I'm not doing.
No, you didn't send my ragged ass van to the back. You didn't done it. You didn't done it 2 months straight, Brendan. You have done it.
No, I haven't.
Yes,
no, I have not.
Yes, you have. You sent all the pretty cars up front. That's what you're doing. But I tell you what, come Sunday, gonna be a problem.
So now you're threatening me? Now listen, we can meet up at it. We can meet up there before any cars get there. How about that?
I don't care how you want to do it, Brendan.
No, you actually do know how you want to do it. So bring it then.
Okay, I'm letting you know. My car,
5 a.m.
my van gonna be up front. Comes
your van. It's me and you. How about that? You want to talk tough Tony stuff?
Okay. So you sweating all up now. You all right? So cool.
It sound like you already did. So I guess I'm matching you.
Okay, well, no problem.
You're not gonna call. Listen, brother. Listen. You're not gonna call my phone and threaten me and tell me what you think I did when I didn't do it.
I done told you, man. You've been sending me to the damn back, man.
We passed what you thought.
Okay.
It's what it is.
No, it's what I know. It's what I know, Brendan. It's what I know. Okay.
Well, listen,
you didn't
where
send me.
Where you at right now?
Okay. You know we ain't got work. You know what? I tell you what. Come Sunday, that's your ass then, Brendan.
No. How about what you doing right now?
What you mean what I'm doing right now? I'm at work right now.
Oh. So you at work calling me about some bull parking spot?
Oh, okay. Oh, look at the cussing Christian now. Look at you.
No.
Look at the cussing.
No. Matter of fact, you. Okay. If you want to do something, let's do it now. Parking lot. I don't care where we at.
Okay.
That's one thing you're not gonna do is disrespect me. I'm telling you that right now, brother Calvin. You bring your ass down here, I'm gonna fold you like a wet piece of paper. You don't know who you with. Okay. I done been locked up 6-7 years. I'm just in the church trying to get my life together. And you think you're just gonna talk to me? You got another thing coming, brother. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So if you want to get it on, meet me in the parking lot right now. I give you an hour to get there, you piece of
See, now you're trying to scare me with your
background.
I'm trying
to tell you what it is.
Oh no, you're trying to scare me with your background or something. Like evidently I didn't know you had been in jail.
With the wrong one.
I'm just gonna say this. Do you know Lester that also worked?
I know Lester.
He also had the cars parking.
Would you try and buy yourself out of this? This what I'm about to lay on you?
No.
Because now you're talking about. I know Lester.
Okay. Lester is the person to tell me to call you. This is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Brendan, your boy Lester in the parking lot got me to prank phone call you. I brought the lockdown out of you, man. Did I bring the lockdown out of you?
Strangle Lester. Y'all got me out here talking reckless. I should hope Pastor don't hear this one.
Well, hang in there, brother, and do this for me, man. Tell me this. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest radio show in the land?
Man, the Steve Harvey radio show, man.
Hey, man, if you see somebody Sunday pull up in a van, show them some love, baby. Show them some love.
I might have to call out this week, man. My heart can't take it.
There it is. Church parking lot, you know.
You play too much.
But
it's your behind in the parking lot.
In the church parking lot.
Right in the parking lot.
It might be
I've seen
pastor.
fights in the parking lot. I have seen fights in the parking lot.
In the church parking lot?
Oh, my God.
Church parking lot.
Over a parking space?
Not over the
It's
space.
always
I done
over
seen
parking.
like some people. You ain't never seen that video of them people getting them two old. It was some old people fighting. Two deacons.
Oh, goodness.
Two deacons.
I ain't seen that.
Well, listen, thank you, nephew. We appreciate that. Coming up at the top of the hour, we got some entertainment news for you right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, some sad news to begin our entertainment news report today. Famed author Toni Morrison has died. Miss Morrison was 88 years old. She passed away at a New York City hospital, according to her publisher. And there's no word yet on the cause of her death, but her family said she'd experienced a short illness, which lets us know that she didn't suffer very, very long. Miss Morrison's first novel, The Bluest Eye, was published back in 1970. She won the Pulitzer Prize for fiction in 1988 for Beloved. And remember Beloved? Oprah was in that, and Tandy Newton. Yeah.
Yes.
And then she won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1993. Her most recent work was 2015's God Save the Child. Miss Morrison leaves behind 2 children, and we here, of course, at the Steve Harvey Morning Show, send our heartfelt condolences to the Morrison family.
She got that Nobel Prize, man.
She wrote.
That's top.
She
right
is the most highly decorated African American author in history.
Wow.
In the history,
Wow.
A legend, a true
She's a
legend.
She's man. And so writing, we all write. But that's a hard job to sit down and just stay focused like that.
Yeah.
Man.
And kind of lonely sometimes, too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because you write by yourself and you have all these characters. You have to use your imagination.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Very vivid
Creative.
imagination.
Yeah. Very much so.
Very talented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Miss Toni Morrison. In other entertainment news, now, remember back when Tyrese was mad he was really mad. He was like big mad at Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson for doing the Fast and the Furious spinoff. Remember that?
Yep.
All over social media and everything. Well, now that Hobbs and Shaw's box office numbers are in, and it was #1 over the weekend, Tyrese wasted no time throwing shade. Tyrese shared a screenshot of an Instagram headline with the title, "Hobbs and Shaw has lowest Fast and Furious box office opening since Tokyo Drift." Then he wrote in a caption, "I have to show my respect for one thing. He tried. Folks called me a hater and attacked me for speaking out. Breaking up the family clearly doesn't have the value that one would assume it does. You know what? Maybe just maybe, maybe just maybe, The Rock and the crew will come dance with us again for Fast 10. We can all hug it out and get back to giving the true fans who have supported this franchise for 20 years what they want. Not hating, I'm just pointing out the facts." Shortly after the post, Tyrese deleted it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? I saw that movie.
Was it not hating or was it hating? Which one was it?
I saw Hobbs and Shaw, and it's a great movie. And not anywhere in the movie did anybody else. Well, where Tyree at?
Yeah. Ain't nobody asked when he coming on scene.
Nobody yelled out, "Oh, hell no, I want my money back. Tyree ain't in the movie."
Tyree. Right. So now he's mad because he's mad because they broke off. He wanted them to stay with the Fast and Furious family and not break off and do their own thing.
He's a $25 million movie guy. Straight off the bat.
But the shade he threw was saying that even though the movie was #1,
it
didn't make a lot of money. So that's the shade.
Yeah,
it
but
didn't make what Fast and
split.
Furious made. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the shade that
and
he's throwing.
it's still #1. It still made what, $60.8 million? $60.8 million. I mean, that's a lot. You can't, snub your nose at that figure.
Right. So
yeah. Well, Jay, let's get to the news, please. We're gonna move on.
Everybody. Tyree, let's see how your Teddy Pendergrass movie do. Anyway, it is time for me.
We do love you, Tyree.
Turn off the light.
J-Lo.
He can do that. He can do that.
It's time for the news with Miss Ann Tripp.
FBI now investigating the recent mass shooting in North California at the annual Gilroy Garlic Festival. Remember that took place a couple of weeks ago? They're investigating that case now as an act of domestic terrorism. Authorities say that the white gunman who killed 3 people and wounded many others on July 28th had a list of other attacks he was appeared to be planning, some on federal buildings, political organizations, and religious institutions. The feds are also treating the killings in El Paso the same. 22 people were killed in that attack, also by a white gunman who's suspected of authorizing a racist anti-Hispanic manifesto. Meanwhile, officials insist they're still not sure about the motive for the 9 killings in Dayton, Ohio, where the gunman killed his own sister, but that 6 of the 9 people shot to death were black. but the feds say they don't know why that happened. Meanwhile, President Trump is scheduled to travel to both Dayton and El Paso today. He's expected to run into some residents, however, who blame his rhetoric for the recent rash of deadly attacks, including presidential hopeful and El Paso native Beto O'Rourke.
Immigrants specifically who he's described as rapists and criminals, warning of an invasion, talking about an infestation. He is in large part responsible for what has taken place. He's invited violence. These are the consequences for his actions.
Many residents of El Paso were incensed after Trump gave erroneous crime statistics about their city. And Dayton, Ohio Mayor Nan Whaley, she's got some questions.
Look, I'm disappointed with his remarks. I mean, I think they fell really short. He mentioned gun issues one time. I think, watching the president over the past few years on the issues of guns, he's been, I don't know if he knows what he believes, frankly.
Well, we will see what happens today. Barney's is closing its stores in Chicago, Las Vegas, and Seattle. They're keeping about 6 other stores open. Barney's New York was in the news a few years ago when black customers complained that they were profiled and followed around after making purchases, with a few accusing store employees of actually claiming their credit cards didn't belong to them and even calling the cops on them after making legitimate purchases. Sadly, the literary and black communities are mourning the death this week of Toni Morrison, who died of pneumonia in New York City at age 88 on Monday. Toni Morrison, originally from Lorraine, Ohio, her given name was Chloe Wofford. She became the first black woman to win the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1993.
Fiction has never been entertainment for me. It has been the work I have done for most of my adult life. I believe that one of the principal ways in which we acquire, hold, and digest information is via narrative.
It was part of her Nobel speech. Toni Morrison, dead at 88. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Okay, so what is this? Okay, Junior, first poetry. Now you're going deep and you're going to interpret fortune cookie sayings? Mm-hmm. What is going on here?
What is this, Junior?
Well, I got other talents. I'm just showing y'all how deep I am.
Oh, okay.
See, y'all don't even know what fortune cookies mean.
No.
See, y'all be looking at it, y'all throw the paper away, but these really mean some stuff, and I can interpret them.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to tell you, I just ate Chinese food not too long ago. So.
Me too, last night for dinner.
And you didn't understand your fortune cookie. That's why we here.
So, okay, this one said, a beautiful, smart, and loving person will be coming into your life.
What that really saying is, he's about to cheat on you.
Really? What? Really?
That's what that
You
means.
got that out of that.
That's what I got. I don't know how y'all didn't get it.
Wow.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Okay, well, what about this one? It says, all your hard work will soon pay off.
What that really means is your personal trainer is telling you lost 1 pound. Congratulations.
Really?
Congratulations. That's all that really means.
These are fortune cookie readings that Junior's interpreting.
I got you.
Okay. This one says, he who expects no gratitude shall never be disappointed. I like that one.
Ooh,
I like that one.
I know you would like it until I tell you what it means.
Well,
what it means is you going to write the report, but the supervisor's going to take all the credit.
Wow.
That's exactly what that means.
I've been there.
Might be onto something.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I found this out yesterday when I was reading one.
You can interpret fortune cookies.
That's that's his talent. Ain't nobody else doing this.
You're not a good poet, so this might be.
So he'll fortune cookie.
In your eyes. In your eyes.
All right, go ahead.
All right, here we go. How about this one? Women hear this all the time. Trust your intuition.
Well, men hear this too. When we hear this, say, call the police. She found out where the new place is.
She what?
She found out where the new place is. Call the police.
Are you moved out on her? Wow.
She coming over there.
Stupid.
All right, this one says, observe all men, but most of all, yourself.
What that really saying is stay out of other people's business and mind your damn own business.
I like that.
That's what that really saying.
Junior, this might be a niche for you.
You might
right
be
here.
onto something, Junior.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not mad at him.
It comes so natural.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We've all heard this one. It takes a lot of courage to admit when you're wrong or to admit fault. What does that mean?
What that really saying is stop lying and tell the truth. That's exactly what that means. I had a black woman tell me that same thing.
All right. We've all heard this one. With age comes what? wisdom.
Oh,
Junior.
that don't really mean that. They tell that to all old people. That's all that. They don't. We don't have nothing else to say to them. We don't have nothing else to say to old people.
Well, Junior, thank you. I think you might have a talent
He
for
might
this.
be on the
Yeah.
stuff.
I just want you to know.
Fortune
That's what I
cookie.
did.
Yeah, fortune cookie sayings with Junior. All right. Coming up next at 34 after the hour. Today, the president plans to visit El Paso and Dayton. They don't want him there, though. We'll talk about that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
So President Trump is preparing to visit El Paso and Dayton, Ohio. El Paso, Texas, of course, and Dayton, Ohio. Today at appearances that will not be universally welcome as the two cities grieve from weekend mass shootings that left 31 people dead.
Him back.
And many injured and rattled. Former Texas Representative Beto O'Rourke said he doesn't think that President Trump is welcome in El Paso in the wake of the deadly shooting that left 22 dead there. This president, says O'Rourke, who helped create the hatred that made Saturday's tragedy possible, should not come to El Paso. That's what he tweeted. He says, "We do not need more division. We need to heal. He has no place here." Guys, El Paso is a city of about 683,000 people with a largely Latino population. In the city of Dayton, Mayor Nan Whaley encouraged people to protest who are unhappy under Mr. Trump's upcoming visit to the city of about 140,000. The mayor of Dayton went on to say, President Trump made his bed and now he has to lie in it.
Okay, come on, Dayton mayor.
Yeah, Dayton's mayor went on to say she would greet the president in the official role as mayor, but she will also tell him that his words weren't helpful. And they weren't, and they weren't.
The people in Toledo will be glad to see me. I'm going to Toledo to meet all the people in there because they love me.
Toledo, it's Dayton.
It's Dayton?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Do you have asthma?
The people in Toledo love me in Toledo, so I'm going to Toledo.
It's Dayton, Ohio.
What is with that? What is that? Are you on a machine or of some sort?
No, I'm clearing my nostrils before I talk.
Well, he's going to really see, though, Jay. All jokes aside, he's going to really see.
They don't want you anywhere.
No.
They don't want you nowhere.
Yeah.
They really don't.
Because it's your words that are so, that are dividing this country. A lot of people are blaming you, Mr. President, for these young guys, that have stored all this.
We have said that on the show that it's just a matter of time that somebody takes his words and use them.
Yeah,
and that's what happens.
Literally. Yeah.
Right.
And that's what has happened. And, he's blaming it on mental illness and video games.
But that's what
and
they
racism.
always
they
do.
always
They
say
always
that.
go mental illness. They always go there. They don't ever want to go guns.
No.
They never want to go guns.
Can't go guns.
But this is the president that said I can walk down the street in New York and shoot somebody.
And shoot somebody.
Yeah.
He said that.
And he got elected.
Yeah.
He got elected.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
I
got
can
elected.
walk down the
But
street
he
and shoot
can't.
somebody.
He can't honestly think that he can go to a city like El Paso, where you talked about Latinos and you talked about immigrants, and it is a city that is on the border of Texas and Mexico. So for you to even think that those people want you there at this time right now, it's just,
I think he's
unbelievable.
Yeah, but I think he is arrogant enough to think that.
He is surely.
I really
I
think
stand
that.
corrected.
Yeah.
He is arrogant. And now the mayor of El Paso, who's a Republican, he is welcoming the president.
He has no choice.
He has no
because
choice.
he's a Republican.
He has no choice. He's a Republican. Yeah.
And the president is expected to meet, even in Dayton and El Paso, to meet with local authorities, first responders, especially the first responders. I mean, we have to say hats off to them, the first responders, for a job well done. But, especially in Dayton, Ohio.
Right.
And that many people can get hurt in 30 seconds.
Do you remember when Storm Sandy hit the New Jersey area? And
Superstorm Sandy?
Yeah, Superstorm Sandy. And when President Obama went to New Jersey and he met with Chris Christie, remember that?
Yes.
He had a fit.
Yeah.
He had a fit.
People were so upset about that, but then so many people were like, you put your differences aside. Chris Christie was a Republican governor at the time.
Right.
And President Obama, Democratic president. They were able to come together with the meeting of the minds,
But that's
during
not
that
Trump,
time.
though. You're right.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
not
yeah.
Trump.
Yeah.
But a part of that, too, though, the local people, like the mayor of El Paso, and they want federal dollars too.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And New Jersey needed federal dollars to help rebuild the Jersey Shore, after Superstorm Sandy. So that's what the mayor of El Paso is.
Right.
So we'll see today, won't we?
Well, yeah, we will. Yeah.
You'll
See how this turns out.
All right, well, coming up next, the nephew is here to make us smile again with today's prank phone call. That's coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. Subject, I can't believe how naive I am. Oh, wait till you hear this letter. But right now, the nephew is in the building with today's prank phone call. What do you have for us today, Neff?
Your new boss.
Uh-huh.
I said it, your new boss.
This is so mean. This is mean.
I'm going to say it again, Jay. Your new boss.
This is so damn mean.
Well, let's see how mean it gets. Come on, cat dog. Your new boss. Let's run it.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach Jason, please.
This is me. How can I help you?
Hey, Jason, this is Lyle. I'm giving you a call out of Human Resources.
Right.
How you doing? You're the foreman, the project guy out there?
Yes, I am. I'm the project manager here. How can I help you?
Listen, you've been training an individual out there, I think, for the last month or so. Have you been training
Yes, great guy. Doing great work. Doing good.
Okay. How's he? Is he coming along pretty good with everything?
Oh, man, he picking up real good, man. He learning the trade. I mean, he picking up just like I would love for him to pick up. Okay. Excellent young worker.
And he's got how many more weeks of training out there?
I would say probably about another week or two before we let him, put him on his own.
Okay. Do you think he'll handle it efficiently?
Oh, yes. I think he'll be a great employee.
Okay. You've been with the company how long?
Going on about 17 years.
Yeah. My records are telling me somewhere around 16 plus, right?
Right.
Okay.
Almost 17.
Okay. You've been with us quite a while, and first of all, let you know we're grateful of the work that you're putting in.
Well, man, I appreciate it, my man. Hey, man, I appreciate the help to come to the man, and being here these many years, man. Hey, let you know, man, I love my company.
Exactly. Listen, we got a few adjustments we're going to be making out there in the plant. Here's what we're going to do. Now, you say going to be done in about a week or two?
Yeah, about a week or two.
Okay. Here's what we're going to do on that particular day that he gets released, and you definitely know he's ready for everything. I'm going to want you to give him your key card as well as the key to your office.
The what, man?
I'm going to want you to give him your key card that gets you actually onto the property, and you have your own parking space too, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Now, we're going to need you to give him your key card and your office key, and we'll find you another place to park. He's actually probably going to be parking in your space.
Hold it. What you mean? You telling me to give him my key parking?
Right.
My parking space.
My key to the office. You have your parking space, but your key card to get you onto the property, your little electrical card there.
Right.
That as well as your office. He's going to actually be taking over as project manager.
No, sir. I'm not giving up nothing.
Sir,
nobody could take over no project manager.
Let's first of all, sir, let's do this. Let's tone the language down, okay? We're going to find a place for you, but for the time being, we're going to put you back in the plant until we find something for you.
You ain't going to find no place for me. My place is where I'm at right now. I'm not moving from nowhere. That's all.
Okay.
You ain't fit to find me nothing.
Okay.
Nobody fit to find me anything. I got 17 years up in here. Ain't nobody fit to find me not a place to move. You got to understand that part there. I got 17 years up in here. Done trained a young guy, and this guy got a couple months, and you're talking about you want to do what to me? Move me?
Jason, this is a temporary move. We're going to find something better for you.
No, you ain't no better. This is the project man. Ain't nobody fit to move. Got that understanding?
This has come from the head, and
who's the head? Tell me who the head is. I know the head people.
This decision actually has come from the vice president.
No, they ain't told me none of that. It come to me first.
I'll tell you what, Jason, this is something I'm supposed to probably not tell you, but let me let you in on a little something.
Yeah, let me in on something, because this is going to be some bull him, because I shut the whole place up out here. And I mean
Let me explain something to you, Jason. This young guy that you've been training, he's actually the nephew of the vice president.
I don't give a about no nephew or no vice president, man. Do you think I care about some president? Tell the president I said what I say. Him and the nephew. Who cares about the nephew? They ain't never told me none of this.
Okay. Well, can I expect you to give your key over to him?
No, hell no, I ain't giving nobody nothing. Tell them to get the law to come get it. Ain't nobody getting nothing, I ain't leaving. How that sound?
Sir, all I can ask you for is I need your key card and I need the key to your office. I need you to empty out your things so we can move Victor in there and find you a place. This is just a temporary slap right now.
No, you, them, ain't nobody getting a thing, okay? I done been here. I tell you what I go do. I go out there and I slap this little son of a okay? And then I find out who his boss is or whoever the nephew's supposed to be and kick his because I ain't giving up nothing. And this I'm talking about, y'all with the wrong one, okay? With the wrong one at this time. But this ain't nobody taking nothing from me.
You're talking about beating the vice president's nephew. You're losing control here, Jason.
No, I ain't losing nothing. I'm on thing control I'm going to lose is when I kick his how that sound. And I'm going to kick the boss, the CEO, all of them. How that sound? Did that make sound clear to you?
No, it makes no sense. We're trying to just give you some place to be temporarily until I find you another slot.
Ain't no other slot. My slot is my slot. I'm going to kick his rat. Not how that sound to you.
Sir, all I'm asking is I need your key card and I need the key to the office. Get all your things out so I can get Victor moved in within the next week.
Ain't no keys, okay? All of them, I don't give a how that sound. I don't care nothing about them, okay? Because you're going to make me somebody out here today, okay? I'm tired of this and this ain't going to happen to me.
I'm going to get security to come over and walk you out, okay?
No, ain't no security to walk me no way. How that sound? I came here ain't by myself. Ain't nobody to walk me up out of here.
Are you having problems moving out for the nephew?
The nephew, okay? The nephew is not going to come in here and take how that sound.
Okay, there's another nephew that you need to be aware of. Do you know who the other nephew is?
Hell no, I ain't never seen no other nephew. I ain't know that was a nephew.
Let me tell you who the other one is.
Who the other one is?
The other one is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Jason, you just got pranked.
Y'all lying with me, man? Come on, man. Don't play with me, man.
Jason.
Y'all lying, right?
Hey, Jason, listen,
Man,
man.
this ain't no Tommy, man. Y'all need to put that man. Man, y'all don't know how long the brother. Man, I worked my way up. Man, hey, man, I ain't mean no disrespect to y'all, but hey, man, y'all got me good, man.
I got you, man. I got one thing to ask you, man. What's the baddest radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show, man.
Y'all don't like what I did?
You play too much because this is real.
This is the absolute meanest time.
I'm going to need your card key in your office.
Yeah.
But y'all, this happens every day. Every day. Be training.
But this is real. Yeah, this happens for real.
Yeah, you done touched the nerve on this.
Carla, he said, "Oh no, he doing real good. He doing real good. Yeah. He gonna be all right. You know, when we let him go and release him, he gonna be ready. Okay, cool.
When he said, "I'm gonna come to Maine,"
So how long you been down there? Going on 17 years? About 16 plus. Like, yeah, going on 17.
Insulting.
That is. But you know what? That happens on the jobs every day.
That's what I said. All the time.
You're right, Carla. Every day.
That's it, baby. Yeah. That's how it go down, man. You don't even know they coming for you. You know, you been there 17, going on 20 years. Yeah, I'm there. He doing a good job. Yeah, we gonna be all right. Good. Hey, where's your key card?
Right. What?
But you ever notice how they hear and go out when they hear what they don't want to hear?
Yeah. What did you say? Excuse me. What? Say that again?
All right, baby. Bethesda Blues and Jazz Supper Club. The nephew is coming back by popular demand. I will be there Labor Day weekend. Y'all come hang out with your boy. Everybody in Maryland, everybody in D.C., Virginia. Come on
I'm
out.
trying not to upstage. I'm trying to play low. Playing low.
I want to keep going, but I want to sing with you today, but I got to get these updates out.
It's always something, Tommy.
We're going to work on our number. Bethesda Blues and Jazz Supper Club, Friday and Saturday. 2 shows Friday and 2 on Saturday. Stop that, Carla. And then...
You're going to work on it when?
And then I will be in Greenville the very next weekend. Greenville, North Carolina. That's Saturday, September the 7th at the Greenville Convention Center. Tickets are on sale right now. And they're going fast. They're going like hotcakes in North Carolina.
North Carolina. I love it.
Love it. You know what? I actually get to see my father-in-law when I go to Maryland and D.C. That's what Jackie's dad is.
Oh, Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
That's my man. Skipper be his name. Skipper.
Skipper.
Yeah. Y'all say hey to Skipper. Say
All
hey
right.
to Skipper.
Hey,
What up,
Skipper?
Skipper?
All right. Well, thank you, nephew. Coming up next, today's Strawberry Letter subject. I can't believe how naive I am. I can't believe how naive I am. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to Steve Harvey FM and click that Submit Strawberry Letter button, okay? And we could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here. I do that for J. Anthony Brown right now. He likes to hear me pop the letter.
Shake your face.
He likes that.
I'm easy to please. Okay, what can I say? I'm easy to please.
He turned on by a paper shaker.
It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much.
Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
Subject, I can't believe how naive I am. Dear Steve and Shirley, I've been married for the past 5 years to a very controlling man. He worked offshore, so he was gone from home a lot, and I was not allowed to work, so I was left home with nothing to do. I started getting more involved in the church, and one evening after a stewardship meeting, I met a handsome man in the parking lot of the church. He was in town visiting his mother and had brought her to the meeting. One thing led to another, and we exchanged phone numbers and secretly talked whenever we could. We knew about my situation. He knew about my situation at home, and he always offered me great advice and support. He lives in another state 6 hours from me, so he offered to buy me a plane ticket to come to town just for a day so we could hang out. I told him that was a bit much, but I would think about it. Well, he bought a plane ticket for me anyway. I told him that I didn't appreciate that kind of pressure from him, and he was being too forward. He got so angry that he was yelling through the phone that I owed him $200. Okay. I told him that I didn't ask him to buy the ticket, and I was not paying him for it. He said he would tell my husband about us and that we have been sneaking around behind his back. I thought he was bluffing, and I stopped answering his calls. Can you believe this crazy man called my husband a week later and told him everything?
Wow.
Now my husband wants to divorce me.
Wow.
I can't believe that I went outside my marriage and confided in a total stranger. I thought he was a trustworthy guy. One of my friends at the church told me I should use this as a way to get out of my sad marriage and move on. But I want to clear my name and not be looked at as a cheater. I had no plans to have sex with the other guy. What should I do?
Wow.
OMG, what a loser guy he was.
Man.
I mean, really. You didn't pick a good one. I got to go back to the letter, though, for a minute. You say one thing led to another. What does that mean?
It always do.
I mean, really. You go from meeting him in the parking lot, then one thing led to another, and you exchanged phone numbers and secretly talked whenever you could. He knew about your situation at home. That means you were running your mouth and talking to him and telling him all your business about your husband and how, unhappy you were and all of that stuff. I just don't understand why you gave him your number in the first place, Miss Married Lady.
Well, how they gonna do it if it ain't gonna be in secret?
Well, just hold on. You gave him your phone number in the church parking lot, Thomas Miles, right after the stewardship meeting. Now,
I told you a lot be going on in that parking lot. I told y'all that.
Do you know what stewardship means? I mean, did you learn what stewardship means while you were in the stewardship meeting? It means taking care of or managing responsibly the things that God has blessed you with. That's what stewardship means. That means, managing your marriage, taking care of your marriage. You were not doing that. In marriage, you don't do things like secretly talk to other men, and stuff like that. You guys probably texting. You didn't put it in the letter, but if you're secretly talking to him, you're secretly doing a lot of other things too. That's called emotional cheating. I mean, you were teasing him. You didn't tell him absolutely no. You were leading him on. You told him you would think about it. Okay, he probably heard, yes, let me get this ticket. I can convince her to come up here with me. And then he got mad at you, started yelling through the phone. He's controlling, it sounds like, just like your husband. This is crazy. I'm sorry that your husband wants to divorce you now, but because he thinks you're cheating. Your husband's gone a lot. He's offshore. Who knows what he's doing? I'm not saying he's cheating, but you're sitting at home unhappy. Why stay in a very unhappy marriage anyway? One of your friends at the church told you that you should use this as a way to get out of your sad marriage and move on. Okay, that could be some good advice because you are in an unhappy marriage. But you do want to clear your name, you said. You can do that after the fact. Your husband doesn't sound like he's going to believe you anyway. You guys have grown apart. He's not there. You're off secretly, with this other guy, talking to him. You weren't planning on having sex with this other guy. But I tell you what, that other guy was planning on having sex with you if he bought you a plane ticket and wanted you to come out there. Was he wrong for telling your husband? Of course he was. That was just vindictive and crazy. But your husband is going to divorce you, it looks like. I don't see how you can get out of this and clear your name. Not right now, anyway, because of what this man said to him. Junior, on you.
Uh-huh. I can't believe how naive I am. Nobody reading this letter can. Go ahead and get the divorce.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and get it because your marriage is done.
Yeah.
The trust is gone. You should have went, be honest with you. No, you should have went on to,
the man?
Because if you would have went, you still had your husband. But now you ain't got that no more.
But Junior, he was crazy.
I don't care. You should have went. If you thought your husband was controlling before, watch how controlling he finna be now. Put your damn head down. I can't let you look at nothing.
And this guy is controlling too.
Yeah. Get in the bathroom, lock the door. I'll tell you when to come out. She can't go nowhere.
All right, listen, we'll have part 2 of this strawberry letter coming up at 23 after the hour. Subject, I can't believe how naive I am. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, let's recap today's strawberry letter. Wow. Subject, I can't believe how naive I am. This woman who's been married for the past 5 years to a very controlling man, she says, who works offshore. He's gone from home a lot. She's not allowed to work. So she's just left at home with nothing to do. She didn't mention any kids or anything. So she's just sitting there. So she started getting more involved in the church and everything. One evening, she went to a stewardship meeting and she met a very handsome man in the church parking lot right after the stewardship meeting. He was in town visiting his mom. He lives in another state about 6 hours away. So they exchanged phone numbers because one thing led to another, and they now secretly talk on the phone. He knows about her situation at home. Now, how does he know that? He just met you because you're talking. You're telling him your business about all this stuff. So he offered you some great advice and some support. And he also offered to buy you a plane ticket. But you told him that was a bit much, but you would think about it. That's all the opening he needed. He went ahead and bought the ticket. You turned him down. Then he told you owed him the money. Then he got on the phone, called your husband, told your husband everything, and then some. Now your husband wants to divorce you. A friend told you it's a way to get out of your sad marriage and move on, but you want to clear your name. You can't have it both ways. You're going to have to get out of this marriage because your husband doesn't believe you anymore, and you're kind of on your own now. You're kind of on your own. Jay, what you got?
You know what?
What?
You know what? I can't believe how cheap this lady is. It didn't take her but $200 damn to get out of this situation. This is an old man. This is obviously he's a church steward. He ain't got that kind of money. He sent you $200 and he asked you to give me the money back. You could have sent it back to him, but no. You want to play? You play with his emotions first of all on the phone, talking, chopping it up, yapping. My husband don't do this, and he said, "I'm gonna send you $200 ticket, and I'm asking you out of good faith, could you send me the money?" He probably ain't got that kind of money, and you know what $200 is? That's 2 bags of groceries. One of them expensive food stores. That's 2 bags.
Like Whole Foods.
Whole Foods. That's 2 bags of. You can go to what's that store where they had them high prices with the M and the K? I can't think of the name of it. the ladies store with the M and the K or something like
Michael
that.
Kors?
Yeah, that's maybe one shoe. You can get one shoe out of there.
You stupid.
Yeah, you can go to my car and get you one shoe. That's a cable bill for 1 month. Yeah, but you couldn't do that. No. You couldn't send the man back the $200 damn. He asked you nicely. And he put a threat on it. He said, if you don't send me my money, because that's his money. He ain't got that. I'm going to tell your husband. Well, tell him. Tell him. Now, he told him, now you out a husband, and all you had to do, lady, was come up with $200 damn. The man is gone away. He don't know how much money you spending. He don't see you for $200 damn. That don't make no sense. This is not right for you to do that. This man sent you a ticket, and it said $200, and you did not send the man the money back. What kind of message do you talking every night? Not only that, he should have asked you for the damn phone bill money, but no, he asked you for that. He asked you for two. If we could squash this could go away. You never hear from me again. I'll change churches. If you just send me I ain't sending you a damn thing. $200 damn. Oh,
all right.
God.
Thank you, Jay.
That's 4 movie tickets. You can go to movies 4 times with popcorn and everything for 2. Send that man that money. You getting what you deserve. You deserve all of this. Cheap
all right,
ass.
Jay. We got to hear from
Cheap
the nephew
ass
now.
stuff.
Thank you. You're really mad about that $200. What you got, nephew?
This ain't nothing but some people from New Orleans. That's all this is. All right? This is a Gulf Coast hot mess. You understand me? I know Lafayette, Lake Charles when I hear it. That's what this is. All right? They probably live in Lake Charles, Lafayette. He work offshore. Okay? Okay? So this what I'm finna help you out with. You don't want to look like no cheater? I'm going to take you from cheater to crazy. Now, you got to pick out which one you want. But either cheater or crazy. I can stop you from being a cheater. This what you need to do. Go down to the French Quarter. Get you a voodoo doll. And we're going to put this root on his ass. You understand me? That's what we finna do. Matter of fact, we're going to go a little deeper. I already heard how they do these roots sometimes. Go down to his house, 6 hours away, same $200 trip you should have took. Go down there, get some of his drawers, and bury them in his yard. They say if you go past that yard while them drawers is buried, you're going to fall out right there.
So that's how she gonna get him back?
That's how you gonna get him back. And he gonna be called every day. Please come get these drawers out my yard. I don't know where they are. I need you to come out here and dig up these drawers out my yard. I can't live my life. I promise you. Get him back. You're gonna lose your husband. That's already finna happen. Go back and put some damage on this fool right here. That's what you got to do.
All right. Oh, you mean pay the man back who told her husband?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. All right, well, thank you guys.
You did.
A lot of different perspectives. All right, listen, you can email us or Instagram your thoughts on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM, or you can check out the Strawberry Letter podcast. Go to On Demand. Now, coming up at 46 after the hour, we're going to talk about Marshawn Lynch's confrontation with a football mom. Did you guys see this? When he asked her, is there a man here with you? We're going to talk about that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Former NFL star Marshawn Lynch cussed at a group of kids during drills at his football camp in Seattle. It was a Lynch's Family First football camp in Seattle, where Marshawn was coaching about 200 kids or so when one of the moms confronted him, and Marshawn tried to speak to this upset mother, and then he asked her, is there a man here with you? Take a listen.
No, my son's in here. It's not okay. Is there a man here with you? There's not a man here with you?
But I'm here. Why? What does that matter?
Because
my son is leaving. I don't care. It's my son.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, see, I get what you're saying now. I get it.
Okay,
I don't want to disrespect you. I want to talk to a man that I can talk to, man to man, and he can understand exactly where I was coming from out here on this football court, on this football field.
But you know what? A lot of people, Tommy, were upset because they thought he was being chauvinistic and talking down to this kid's mom. So a lot of people got upset with him at how he was speaking to her.
I don't see that.
They thought he was being dismissive
I don't
of
understand
her.
what he was saying.
Yeah,
I don't
he
see
was
that.
talking like they talk to football players, and the mom can't be there to baby him when she hears something that she doesn't normally hear at the house. This is how they talk.
Absolutely, this is dead on. I mean, coaches. I mean, even like me, even as good as I was, if I messed up, Coach still got on my case. And I didn't like the words that came out of his mouth, but you know what it taught me to do? To block out the noise and focus back on my job.
Oh, okay.
You still have to get back out here and play this game. Now, if you don't like to play this, there's another sport you can go play. You can go play chess. Go do something like that. They don't talk like that.
So bottom line, he wasn't being disrespectful to the mom.
No, he wasn't. No.
He was trying not to be disrespectful to her. That's why he wanted to speak to a man.
Again, and I think it's too, because, I've volunteered, at football camps. My nephew is a professional football player. He had football camp. I've been there. So a lot of times, too, with these football players and what they're trying to do with these kids, because it's a dream to play in the NFL.
Come on.
Yeah, and you might
gotta
not
get them ready.
there. You got to get them ready. So sometimes, these coaches, they talk to these kids, they're rough. And Marshawn, these kids are young. These are 9, 10, and 11-year-old kids, and he was talking to them rough. So the question is, should he take it a more professional way? Or, the moms were like, what does it matter if my man is here or not? It's a lot of issues that was with this confrontation.
Listen,
go ahead.
Yesterday was Jordan's first day of football.
Yeah.
Contact.
Your son.
He's 8 years old.
Yeah.
Them coaches hollering like all get out there.
Yeah.
Talking crazy.
Oh my God. And I was like, boy, this brings back memories right here. And you know what? I want him to hear it. You better do everything they're telling you to do.
That's their job.
Because this is what you want to do. You want to play football.
It reminds me, well, we can carry this conversation on, but it reminds me a little bit of Steve's mentoring camp, too. And I'll tell you,
Yes.
All right, coming up at the top of the hour, we're going to talk more about this Marshawn Lynch situation, about coaching, about parenting, and we'll do that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so during our last break, we were talking about should Marshawn Lynch and his confrontation with one of the moms at his football camp for kids, should Marshawn have been more professional and not cuss at the kids during his football camp in Seattle? And we were talking, you guys have all played sports, and you were talking,
I didn't.
Jay.
I was on
We
the
heard
band.
about your one day.
You have to have the band out there, though, okay?
And they was rough, too, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'll tell you about my band director, but go ahead.
But Junior, you were saying that you didn't know a coach who didn't cuss at the kids.
I did not know one. I mean, it's just commonplace.
Yeah, but he got criticized for asking the mom, "Is there a man here?" People thought he was talking down to the mom. It seems like he just didn't want to be disrespectful to her, and he would just rather talk to a man about this situation with his son. But I was saying before the break that it kind of reminds me of Steve's mentoring camp, how he takes in only boys from single moms, and he mentors the boys away from the moms.
They need to be away.
Right, because the point is to bring them into manhood and to talk to them how man to man. And that's what this situation reminds me of.
It's tough love.
Yeah,
is what
tough
is.
love,
tough love.
and man to man. Maybe that's where the way I look at it.
I played football for one day because I know y'all think I'm lying, but I could kick the ball one day.
What happened?
Okay.
You
Who
kicked
does
it
that?
quickly.
You know how many people have never played one day? Okay, I played one day. So I'm not going to sit
Don't
here and let
judge
y'all
you.
put me down. Yeah, I played pads and everything one day. One full damn day.
What happened, Jay?
Tommy, I was out there, and I could kick the ball really far because I was a good kicker. And I kicked the ball about 2 or 3 times. Said, all right, let's suit up the next day. And then I got hit. And I got hit really, really hard. And the coach cussed me out so bad. But here's the thing. I had been getting cussed out at home. I just thought this was very nice of him to talk to me in that tone because the cussing I was getting at the house was nothing. I mean, that's all you got? Them all the words you got?
Oh, man. Yeah, I'd be out there on the football field getting cussed out, and my daddy standing right there. He helping. Ain't nothing like your father cussing at you from the sideline.
But this prepares you for life. Football players,
it makes you grow up. It makes you grow up.
You know, and it's true for girl sports too. I mean,
sports period. I think.
Yeah, my
Anything
daughter's
competitive.
coach, baby.
It's about.
Remember that movie? There's no crying in baseball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
League of their own.
Yeah.
They don't care about your feelings, right?
And let me tell you something. When you got Marshawn Lynch has some 8, 9, 10-year-old boys out there. When they are 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, trust me,
They are not completely focused. If they're not on the field, then they over here playing with each other. And you know what? A coach wants your undivided attention. I told my son, I said, listen, you playing, they hitting now. This ain't flag no more. So you better pay attention, because if you don't know something, you freaking knocked on your butt. And we not quitting. You finna play through this whole.
Because you had a rough day.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
You're gonna cry. You're gonna go home. We're gonna be back out here tomorrow.
That's it.
Suck it up.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
I got all that in one. I got all that in one day.
But you quit.
But you stopped.
Yeah, I quit.
Why
But
did you
look
quit?
what I learned. I learned a lot in one day.
Yeah, you did.
But you suited up with the pads and everything, Jay.
I got all that one day. I had to play no 10, 15 years. I didn't need that.
You were ready for the NFL, weren't you, Jay?
I got it all in one day.
It's not a game. It's not a
And
game.
Junior, in the last break, we all got when you said that's how good you were. And when
Yeah,
you
but
were
I'm
playing
saying,
football,
yeah,
we
but
got it.
I got you. Yeah, you want to bring it up, but I can't help that part. But the part I'm saying is,
I love it. I love
when
it.
Coach hollered at me, and he didn't use regular words to another guy who wasn't as good. It was
How long
my
did you play,
responsibility.
Junior? How long did you play?
All the way out.
Like how many years?
I played more than a day.
Oh,
More than a day.
yeah, but it took you that long to learn. I got all mine in one damn day.
Good clap back, Jay.
You're not a
Good
good
clap
learner.
All right, coming up, more music, more fun on the Steve Harvey Morning Show at 20 minutes after the hour.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Jay, you had a big celebration last night at the J Spot. Tell us about it. What happened?
Oh my God! I invited all the comedians who participate in the club for years. I've been there 12 years. Opened the club 12 years.
Wow.
And last night, close to my 200 comedians came out. Man, this wasn't a roast. I don't know what this was a beyond a roast. They did impressions of me.
This was a
because
luau.
It was like a luau. This was just like tied to a stick, Tommy, and they just turn you over. But it was so good. You know, you don't realize when you put something together like opening a comedy club how much it means to the comedians. And for me to be a club owner, the hardest thing is to see the faces of comics, and on a certain night that I can't tell them that they can't go up. I tell them you can't go up because I got too many comedians. It's unbelievable the love that they have for this business. You got it, Junior got it, and we all got to start somewhere. And to be able to open that club with my son 12 years ago, man, it was just great to see the comics come out and say thank you for having this club. And I never made a dime off of that building, but I helped a lot of comics. And
You
I
had it
hired
open a
lot of
long
people. So
time,
thank
Jay.
you, guys.
Yeah, man,
At
12 years.
years, man. I never stayed married 12 years. All 3 marriages. Didn't even do 12.
You ain't make a dime off the club, Jay?
Not one penny.
The hell was
But,
you in
I mean,
business for?
I know. I'm not a good businessman.
You're a comedian.
I'm a comedian, man. But I had a great time.
That's
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations.
That's
My
good.
man.
People love you, Jay. We really do.
They do.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
Yeah, we will. Right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
So President Trump is preparing to visit El Paso and Dayton, Ohio. El Paso, Texas, of course, and Dayton, Ohio. Today at appearances that will not be universally welcome as the two cities grieve from weekend mass shootings that left 31 people dead.
Send him back. Send
Yeah,
him back.
and many injured and rattled. Former Texas Representative Beto O'Rourke said he doesn't think that President Trump is welcome in El Paso in
I
the
don't
wake
think so either.
of the deadly shooting that left 22 dead there. This president, says O'Rourke, who helped create the hatred that made Saturday's tragedy possible, should not come to El Paso. That's what he tweeted. He says, "We do not need more division. We need to heal. He has no place here." Guys, El Paso is a city of about 683,000 people with a largely Latino population. In the city of Dayton, Mayor Nan Whaley encouraged people to protest who are unhappy under Mr. Trump's upcoming visit to the city of about 140,000. The mayor of Dayton went on to say, President Trump made his bed and now he has to lie in it.
Okay, come on, Dayton mayor.
Yeah, Dayton's mayor went on to say she would greet the president in the official role as mayor, but she will also tell him that his words weren't helpful.
The people in Toledo will be glad to see me. I'm going to Toledo to meet all the people in there because they love me.
Toledo, it's Dayton.
It's Dayton?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Do you have asthma?
The people in Toledo love me in Toledo, so I'm going to Toledo.
It's Dayton, Ohio.
They don't want you anywhere.
No.
They don't want you nowhere.
Yeah.
They really don't.
Because it's your words that are so, that are dividing this country.
We have said that on the show that it's just a matter of time that somebody takes his words and use them.
Yeah.
And that's what happens.
Literally. Yeah.
Right.
And that's what has happened. And, he's blaming it on mental illness and video games.
But that's what
and
they
racism.
always do.
They always
They
say
always
that.
go mental illness. They always go there. They don't ever want to go guns.
No.
Never want to go guns.
Can't go guns.
But this is the president that said I can walk down the street in New York and shoot somebody.
And shoot somebody.
Yeah.
He said that.
And he got elected. He got elected.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got elected.
Walk down the
But
street and shoot somebody.
He can't honestly think that he can go to a city like El Paso, where you talked about Latinos and you talked about immigrants, and it is a city that is on the border of Texas and Mexico. So for you to even think that those people want you there at this time right now, it's just
I think he's
unbelievable.
Yeah, but I think he is arrogant enough to think that.
He is surely.
I really
I
think
stand
that.
corrected.
Yeah.
He is arrogant, and now the mayor of El Paso, who's a Republican, he is welcoming the president.
He has no
because
choice.
He has no
because
choice.
he's a Republican.
Yeah, he has no choice. He's a Republican.
All right, guys, coming up, last break of the day, and then we'll do Jay's segment. It's gaining popularity around the world. Check it out. Jay's going to ask us, what have we learned today? Coming up right after this. Yeah.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we are, guys. Last break of the day on this Wednesday, Hump Day.
Hump Day.
It's all gravy after this, baby.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that weekend. Yeah. Loving it. Okay, Jay, we may as well get started. I mean, time for your segment as we leave.
It is. All right, y'all. Every day that we've been doing for quite a while, like Shirley says, it's catching on. People are talking to me about it in the street. I'm lying. Nobody said a word. Anyway, not one damn person. Man, I love that what you let not one person come up to me and say. But anyway, we go around the room at the end of the show and we ask the people who are on this show, what did you learn today? Shirley, what did you learn today?
Okay, we talked about this earlier, Jay, when we first started the show this morning. We talked about what couples argue about. And come to find out, I guess we're all arguing about the same thing. Family drama, ongoing day-to-day frustrations, drifting apart in your relationship, parenting philosophies. You're too lenient, you beat him too much, stuff like that, financial problems, flirting, all of that. So basically,
I know you ain't kissed me in my damn mouth. I know you didn't do
all
that.
of that, jealousy, everything.
I want to hear the joke. Let me hear the joke. I want to hear the joke.
Right. So I mean, we gotta try to keep our relationships together. It's all about love. There's this long-term relationship expert out there. Her name is Dr. Pepper Schwartz. I'm sure you can look her up if you want some help in your relationship. So I mean, we all need it every now and then. When we drift apart, we can come back together. We don't always have to break up all the time. Let's try to stay together. I think it's harder to stay together than it is to break up. It's easy to break up and get somebody else, but staying together, that's the commitment, that's that work, that you got to put into the relationship to make it last. So that's what I learned today, if that makes sense.
Very good. Very good, Shirley. Very good. Very good. I need to write up on that by tomorrow. All right. Carla, what did you learn today?
What I learned today is the city of El Paso and the city of Dayton does not want the president to come to the city. Both of these cities, we are still praying for the victims' families. They are grieving after this past weekend, the horrible mass shootings. And the president, what he needs to learn, talking about what we learn, what he needs to learn is to be responsible for the words that he says, his rhetoric, and stop all of this racist talk. And be a president and be a leader. I said this yesterday. Stop the hate. I said it yesterday, and I'm going to say it again today.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen again.
Very good, very good. That's even better than what Shirley learned. I like that one. That's very good. Junior, what did you learn?
Shut up, you one-day football player.
Hold on, Shirley. Hold on, Shirley. Hold on, Shirley. You gonna learn this. If you think you like that,
no. Let me run this, Junior. We'll get back to you tomorrow.
Okay.
What you learned?
All right. You better move on.
Go ahead, Junior. What you learn?
I learned this. I learned that the little boy that's at Marshawn Lynch's football camp and J.D. Brown have the same football career. One damn day. You and an 8-year-old got the same football career.
High five, Junior. High five.
Got you,
High
Shirley.
five.
You ain't got to worry about it. I can't believe his mama pulled him.
Yeah.
You just quit. At least he had to get yanked from camp. That's what I learned.
Junior, I don't like your report. We need you to do it over. I don't like
I'm
that.
not doing it over.
And I didn't even know Junior was going to say that.
I said, hold on, sir.
When he went, hold on, I knew that's where he was going. All right, very good, Junior. All right, Tommy, what did you learn today?
Well, I didn't know it till today, Jay. I mean, I knew all about Dionne Warwick and, things that she could do, but I find out Junior's a fortune cookie teller. I didn't know nothing about this. I didn't know.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
He reads fortune cookies and tell you what it really means.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You know?
You can't miss a moment of the Steve Harvey Morning Show
man,
because you will miss some stuff.
Now, the back of the fortune cookie actually had lottery numbers. You know that.
I know that.
The back of that page got lottery numbers, but
That's
the front side is where
absolute
Junior, he
truth.
worked on the front of that.
Yeah, fortune.
Yeah, when I woke up after I hit my head, I could read fortune cookies, but I wish I could have that backside to get them numbers. I could pick them.
I know
That's
that's
right.
Man.
All right.
That's it, Jay. What about you?
Tommy. Very good. Here's what I learned today. Had I applied myself to football more than that one... No, I'm not finished. More than that one damn day, I would have never been a great football player.
Oh, okay.
I would have just drifted on and not played in the NFL. But look, God say quit. There's something bigger and better for you. And look where I am today.
And
all
you know what else, Jay?
was
You know what else,
one
Jay?
damn day of football. What was it, Tommy?
You got cussed out by your coach. And now you are one of the greatest cussers of our time.
That's what I learned today.
Yeah.
That's what I learned today.
Wow. Well, everybody learned something as always.
Everybody learns something every day, man.
That's
Every
good.
day.
That's good. I used to.
Y'all still, Carl and Shirley, y'all still kissing y'all spouse in the mouth?
Yes.
Lord.
Colin said, yeah.
I didn't know that was still going on.
Tommy, we've only been married 4
He
years.
said,
Okay.
I didn't even know that was still going on.
He was still
Tommy
Where'd
said, I
it
didn't know
go?
that was still going on.
Yeah, where did it
I
go?
thought it was forehead
When you
and
getting
cheek.
cheek,
Forehead
Tommy, you
and
getting
cheek.
cheek? You getting cheek, man?
Forehead and cheek, Jay. Forehead and cheek.
All right, guys, we got to get out of here. This ignorant show.
Go.
We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for listening. Bye bye. For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit steveharveyfm.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.